Okay, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. Hey, I greet you all. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Anyway, the video you're about to watch now, I don't want to waste much of your time. I would like you to watch that video and watch it from beginning to the end. Where you Fulanis, the Hausas, are even agitating that Biafra should go. That, in fact, they say they are proud if Biafra should go and be among, or rather, that if Biafrans go, that they will be among the 10 richest countries that can even contest for world powers. What I'm telling you is what that have been said on that video. But what I'm making this video is just to let you know, or rather, to give you a clue of what you are about to watch and what you're about to listen. It will do you no harm if you watch that video from beginning to the end. It might be a 30 minutes or 31 minutes video, but please, I urge you to watch it to the end. And please, before we go, or before I hands up from here, don't forget we have a program today by 8 to 9 o'clock p.m. Nigeria time. So please keep that time. It is sacrosanct to every Biafran. Come and speak your mind. Come and address the Biafrans. Come and tell us things that have been bothering you and your security situation if you are watching from homeland. I, Okulora, is here to serve you. But as you are watching that video, please make sure you circulate that video. Let it go viral. For you to know that these people knows that Igbos have what it takes to lead that country. The Hausa man made it clear. He said that the problem they have in that northern part of the country is their own people, not Yoruba or Igbos. Because their own people have already hold almost 70 to 80% of the highest offices they have in that zoo called Nigeria. But they are not able to do anything with it. Rather, they are using it to erase their own personal self. So don't forget. And I want to also use this medium to tell YouTube about whatever background voice that has in that video you're about to watch. I have no right to the copyright of whatever music that have been played there. So it was never my intention to play any video. So please, YouTube, take note. Don't copyright this video. Don't copyright it. What I recorded is the message, not the background music. So I have no right to the copyright of that music, or background music, or background song, or whatever. So I'm only here to serve my people and to make sure that they enjoy the dividend of democracy of being a Biafran. So now here I go take it. So I'll just allow you to watch that video. Watch it from beginning to the end. You will come back and thank me later. Oh yeah, now we're gonna enjoy. We are going to meet again at the program. So get ready. Voice or WhatsApp call or Telegram call. It is ready for you. I'm waiting you by 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The program will start. So have a nice day, and I'll meet you then.
The North is very selfish, and the North feels that Nigeria is their property. The North feels that the North alone owns Nigeria.
Let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country.
The governors are responsible for the economic failure, insecurity, chronic unemployment, acute poverty, and educational backwardness in the northern region.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. Nigeria eye e don dey open and Southerners eye e don dey open well well. Thank God say no be only Southerners na im dey talk am. Even Hausa people they don come out. They don dey know the truth. Their eyes too don dey open say na their leaders na im be the problem wey they get for inside this country. They don know say the problem of Nigeria e no start from anywhere. Na from the north na im start from and na for the north na im end. They don dey familiar with the propaganda of their leaders and now e no go fit work for them again because una know say anytime when we say Southern and I be the president, una know say northerners and northern leaders they always try to sabotage Southern president. And as it be so like this, everybody they para, everybody they vex on top the matter where they happen for inside the country. The whole region they para they give the north and even the northerner then they para they give their leaders too. All those una games one that they play before, una know if play them again. The fake game of numbers one that they play before, una know if play them again because una secret everybody don't know them. Now like this, if you want to make this country better, if Yoruba people rule finish, now Igbo na be the next people to rule. Normally, na Igbo turn na it supposed be for them to rule. But as we say, Tinubu don't dey there. If Tinubu rule finish, na Igbo president na it supposed to be the next president of Nigeria. And if Igbo people rule their own finish, then they will come discuss if they will return power to the north. So now my own opinion I be this on top of this matter. What is sweet thing, what sweet me for inside this whole thing? Now as Nigeria eyes don't dey open, now as northern self eyes don't dey open. When we say they don't know say na their own leaders gone na it be their own problem. So make we listen to waiting Nigerians they talk on top this matter like this, and make we also listen to waiting northerners they talk about their leaders.
The major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, northern, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth. And that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
The North is very selfish. And the North feels that Nigeria is their property. The North feels that the North alone owns Nigeria. But I just want to remind them that in 1914, Britain did that bad business called amalgamation. And amalgamation means bringing the East, the West, and the North together to form a country. Before Britain came here, we were living at 3 nations. East was a nation. Definite culture, kind of government, and language. So was the North, so was the West. The East was Biafra, the West Oduduwa, and the North Arewa. And that is what it has been. But Britain, for their own good, brought us together and formed one country, Nigeria. There's no tribe that has ruled Nigeria like the North. And desperation is very, very destructive. And North is very desperate for power. And that is very bad. No tribe in Nigeria is a slave. No tribe here is just for makeup. Every people that make up this country is very important. And there's no tribe in this country that does not have good brains that can come into government and governance and give us ideas that can make us what we should be. So it is very wrong for the North to always believe that only them will be in power, and consequently be desperate to have the power with them. It is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. I don't like that, and it is not helping us. The North has been there for over 40 years. What are they looking for again? And when they talk and when they do all those things, they don't consider the Igbo man, because they feel the Igbo is not part of Nigeria. And these are part of the things that annoy the Igbo man. These are part of the things that bring about the agitations. You understand? And instead of these people trying to proffer solution to the agitations, they are worsening, the agitating, situation. It is just too bad. And like I say again, it is a pity that we'll find ourselves in this kind of a mess and messy place.
You see them succeeding in this bid to return power to the North, with the South remains silent about this development.
Oh well, the North is united, but the South is divided. The North is made up of one tribe, Hausa, but the South is Igbo and Yoruba. And I have discovered over time that the Yoruba man prefers working with Hausa man than Igbo man. So the Southern house is divided, and it gives an advantage to the North in the political balance. You understand? So maybe they will have their way. Maybe they will have their way.
And if that is possible, would that degenerate to the disintegration of Nigeria already with the overheated politics?
I don't know. But one thing I know for sure is that the will of God will be done in Nigeria one day. God is stronger than any man or any group of people. And what he wants for his people, he knows how to bring it about. So, to plan is for man, but to execute is for God.
Why are the Northern leaders angry? Northern youth angry about Tinubu tax reform? Why are you angry? If people say you don't want to build the North, if people say you don't want to build your zone, somebody is trying to build his own zone despite the fact that he lost election in his state. He's trying to build his own state, and people are complaining. Do you know how long you people have been in power? What have been the tangible thing you people done for North? He reached out to share money VAT now on the para on top place. They say, I no go agree, I no go agree. What do you want me to do? Me live in South people, go the big people for North. When we are on the power, we do something that will generate revenue for now. We create job, create company, create seaport where we say money go enter North so that industry go dey North. Una no dey do that one. Now only bandit and kidnapping una sabi sponsor. Now, Ba say anyone Lagos to receive the highest revenue VAT. Una dey para say una dey use 2027 treaty now. 2027 treaty who na Tinubu na one treaty for election. Shebi Atiku dey ballot boss. Atiku no be from no one una no support am. Una dey whine us. People they suffer when I not talk down, but when you reach out to share money now when they para. Tinubu, I beg, do anything you want to do. Make sure say that bill is stand. I don't say my voice no matter, but make sure say me I support Tinubu for this one. What you wanna they do for that North? What you wanna ever do? What you Buhari do for North? If now win power now, everybody now on. When they do everything, when I even they build South, leave North. And this part itself saying now North get power, but nothing now to do for North. Nothing. First you want to do Tinubu, that bill must stand. Find your way out. Even though they don't feel stop you for 2027 election now. They don't feel stop you. They don't feel stop you.
Governors are responsible for the economic failure insecurity, chronic unemployment, acute poverty, and educational backwardness in the northern region. The northern leaders of today are not compared, you cannot compare them with the northern leaders of yesterday. If you look at the legacies of the late Ahmadu Bello Sardauna of Sokoto, he left a very important economic, social legacies. Today, they are nowhere to be found in the northern Nigeria. Arewa Textile, Bank of the North, New Nigerian Newspaper, Northern Nigeria Development Corporation, and many economic enterprise. Kaduna Refinery is not working. When the Mr. President also withdrew the police subsidy, which of the governor in the northern region have complained loudly or cried foul? When the electricity tariff have been increased, which of the governor have cried loudly or complained loudly that the other segment of the country is subsidizing the northern extraction? So these leaders of today are power drunk, and they are intoxicated by politics, and they only want this money to be allocated to them from the federation account for personal enrichment, not for development of the northern region.
All right. The battle between the North and the Southwest is a battle that will never end until Tinubu completes his 8 years. I repeat, the battle between the North and the Southwest will never end until Tinubu completes his 8 years. You know the nature of the Fulani and the nature of the Northerners. They don't really forgive. They always pay back. There's always a payback time. So now, when these two regions are fighting, when they're having these clashes, what should the Igbo man do? That is a very important question. What should an average Igbo political leader, those that are representing us at the higher house and the lower house, the governors, the commissioners, and Igbo stakeholders, what should they do at this moment? This opportunity has provided itself. We know that the Southeasterners are supporting Tinubu's administration because of the giant strides that is making towards restructuring the country. Look at the aviation ministry. Ebonyi State in the Southeast is benefiting from it. The tax bill might not really benefit the Southeast as it were. The restructuring in whatever guise will lead to an eventual resource control, regionalism, even in the long run, or balkanization. After Eze in Anambra State has said that the president will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he does that, he is going to gain some support, some emotional support from the Southeast. Looking at the political calculation, the Southeast and the South-South will be the political bride. Atiku and Kwankwaso and El-Rufai, you know, these guys are very, very good at concealing their intentions. They are running a northern bloc that will represent northern interests. And most of the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not reflect northern interest. And the North has said they will work against him. So Atiku and the rest, Kwankwaso and whoever, El-Rufai, secures the North. P2B is the force to reckon with in the South. Then we have the Southwest. Only the Southwest cannot rescue Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So what is left now is the Southeast, the porous Southeast. We have APC governors in the Southeast, and we need the sympathy of most people from that region to run a campaign for Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. Down North, he's been called a one-term president. And when Northerners make this assertion, they don't usually talk. But when they make that statement, they really, really mean what they are saying. But my problem is with the Southeast politicians. What are their plans? What are your agenda for the Southeast? Everybody is working to find ways to empower their region. Everybody is doing all they can to make sure that they secure the economy, the language, the culture, the heritage of their region. What are Igbo politicians doing? What are Igbo leaders doing? Because I've seen that we have the worst set of leaders coming from the Southeast in this our generation. This generation of politicians are wasteful and they are purposeless. I've seen it. I watched a clip of one Anambra billionaire. His name is Zenko. He did his mother's burial. And I think Cubana chief priest donated a lorry of cows. There's one guy on Twitter, his name is Alex Onya, that said that we need to build a school per village, or in the southeast, let's rehabilitate schools in the southeast. You see, when billionaires that didn't go to school have money, they misuse it. Misuse priority. You are in the southeast. The southeast is lagging behind in so many things. You're a billionaire in the southeast. The southeast does not have, it's not preserving its cultural heritage. The investment in the southeast does not reflect the economic status of an average Igbo man outside the country. Lagos is having a lot of investment of the Igbos, while you go back to the southeast and you see less of these economic activities as expected. What the Igbos have invested in Nigeria outside of the southeast is enough to make the region, the southeastern region, Dubai. But you have billionaires who don't have purpose. Theirs is just build house. When they are doing burial, they go to the village and they show off. Billionaires that only show off. Look at Nollywood. The Igbo part of Nollywood started this Nollywood of the thing. They dominated the Nollywood. But now, who is dominating? The Yorubas. These people have plan. They have agenda. They have a purpose. They are promoting their culture and heritage. A Yoruba person, producer, can go and meet a Yoruba billionaire and say, we have a project what we are doing about the history of Yoruba history. The Yoruba billionaire will support that project, sometimes without even having to ask for anything in return. But an Igbo billionaire agreed, and okay sense. Anything that is not going to benefit from now, immediate benefit, he's not going to invest in. That's why we have so many billionaires and they don't have any reasonable impact in the southeast part of Nigeria. And that is the thing we are facing today. What is the agenda of the southeast? In Lagos, I had a dream. And that dream, there is a legislation. I've said it before. After the elections, these lawmakers in Lagos will legislate something that will affect a particular people, their businesses, their properties. It will be legislated. It will be a legal thing. It will be a document. It will be documented. And most of the things you are using to make pride in Lagos, you become slaves, and they will relegate you to a point whereby you become as useless as somebody who doesn't own properties. We have been shouting, Igbos, invest in the southeast. Look at how you can push most of your skills, most of the advantage that you have in other parts of the country in the southeast. Because very soon you become strangers in a land which you are claiming that, some Igbos will come out and say, Igbos build Lagos. I meet them on the streets every day. And these people from the southwest, they are not taking it lightly with you, because they are going to make sure that they clip your wings. I've said it, Igbos don't own any part of any country. They don't own any part of Nigeria. You are just visitors. You are helping people build the economy. They give you opportunity to do what you are doing. And you think that by leaving your place and building on that person's land makes you wise. You are the most foolish set of people I've ever seen. Most foolish. Very soon, documents will be rolled out and you will have to be forced to lose what you have to look back home. Some of you are listening to this broadcast, yet you will not do anything. You feel helpless, like there's nothing you can do. You are comfortable with whatever you are doing, what makes you an Igbo man if you're not investing in your culture and heritage? Yoruba billionaires, Southwest billionaires, they're investing in culture and heritage. Look at the language is spreading across Africa, in Europe. How many literature, Igbo literature do you have? How many contents do you have that will propagate the Igbo language? We just see people with their big stomach, their billionaires, to show off. That is their own. To show off. Greedy people, wicked and greedy people, their own is just to show off. You go and you are spraying money. You want to show people off. That is stupidity. When money is in the hands of illiterates, I'm sorry to say this, illiterate billionaires we have in the southeast. I don't care whether you have businesses, you are so smart enough to build businesses. If you lose your language, all you Igbo billionaires, if you lose your language, you lose your culture and heritage, you are nothing. With your money, you are nothing. The Southwesterners will not accept you because the hatred, according to Shore, for an Igbo man is in the blood of every Nigerian. So if you lose who you are because of your greed and your of foolishness, if you lose who you are, nobody is going to accept you. The better you think on how you can move with all your power and might to develop the Southeast. Let the Southeast have agenda. With your smartness, with your intelligence, with all your connections. Why can't you people push for a Southeast summit. If it is going to organize a mother's burial or this burial, you take it more important than the heritage of your people. Nollywood is nowhere to be found. Igbos that dominated Nollywood, they are nowhere to be found. Yorubas are taking over. Look at Premier here and there. Look at what's happening in Lagos, Lekki Deep Seaport. Look at estates. Look at. I can't count how many. Oh my God. Then the Southeasterners will come on social media and be bragging. We have houses. What is the IGR that house is giving to you? The house you are building in Lagos. I'm not saying you not build houses. How you are lacking behind. The Southeast is lacking behind. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Only Governor Oti and maybe Peter Mba, whatever they are doing is not enough to make the Southeast a viable place. Study how other nations of the world became so prosperous, irrespective of the fact that they don't have much resources. Regions, look at Catalonia in Spain. Look at how they are progressing. Because there's a leadership. People are conscious of promoting their culture and heritage and their economy. An Igbo man, you go to other places, you succeed, you do all sorts of things, but yet your impact is not really felt in your father's house. Charity begins at home, but the Igbo billionaire, charity does not begin at home. If Tinubu is going to restructure Nigeria, the Igbos are in support. Because we have Igbo leaders that are clueless. The gas pipeline, where is it passing through? Is it passing through the Southeast? Southeast has gas, but where is the gas pipeline? The Eastern Corridor that will bring development to the Eastern region. What are our politicians doing about it? They just go there and stay in the house and nothing, there's nothing. Everything is just show up. There's nothing like show off in Igbo land 2025. There's nothing like show off. Alex Onya, I think on Twitter, he thought about something. These are young men. Bitcoin chief on Twitter. These are young men that have come out to say, let's renovate each school every month. I think it's every month. Let's renovate schools in the Southeast. Look at P2B donating to education. Some people donate to technology, but you're a billionaire, you're a politician, you're there to just sit in the house. Ordinary Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot influence his release. Ordinary Nnamdi Kanu, ordinary galvanizing the support of the people, you cannot. You're just there being stooge to Fulani and whatever. You come and stand, you're a Southeast governor, you're a politician, you're this. There's no agenda, nothing to write on about. Look at the Yorubas. Look at what they're doing. Look at the massive thing they are doing. You think it's about gra-gra. We have money. It is gra-gra. You don't get anything. It is gra-gra. I've lived amongst Igbos. I've lived among Yorubas. I've come to understand one thing. You need to be articulate, meticulous in your planning. You need to achieve more and talk less. I went to the Southeast. The Southeast has potentials, my brother, but there's no leadership. Everybody is just making their money because of myopic mentality, poverty mentality. You want to show off. Igbos have billionaires, and these Yorubas now, they will come and they'll be whiny people. Igbos are rich. Do you know how many Yoruba billionaires in dollars that we have? That they have used politics to fix themselves in various sectors of the country. Under Tinubu regime, do you know how many Yorubas are head of agencies and how many Yorubas are working in those agencies? How many Yorubas that have been fixed? How many Yorubas that have been built? Now they will build skill, expertise, exposure, and connections and experience. They will up their game. For them to be appointed in those ministries, why have the Igbo people? You just sit down there, go and wear red cap chief. I'm a chief. You are a mugu. If your existence as a leader in the Southeast does not contribute to the culture and heritage of the Southeast, you're a mugu with your billions of naira. Go to hell with your billions of naira. Nnamdi Kanu, look at what he did for the Southeast. He raised the consciousness of the people. People are now together fighting for a region that's going to be prosperous. While we have leaders, misplaced priorities. God help us. When will the Southeasterners wake up that Lagos, the Southwest, is not your home? Your home is the Southeast. You are so intelligent, so creative to do other things in Lagos. You are so good at making something out of nothing. But when you have your villages empty, I've told you that population is an advantage. Population is an advantage. With population, you can negotiate for anything in Nigeria. With population, you can push for referendum with your population. With your unity, you can push for anything. For instance, now, Abia State has 20 million people. Don't you think that it will almost be as developed as Lagos? Because it is the people that will demand, and there will be more supply. If you have 10 people, you have 10 demand and 10 supply. If you have 20 people, you have 20 demand and 20 supply. If you have 1 million people, the demand will be 1 million and 1 million supply. So if you have 20 million people in Lagos, the demand will be high and it will attract investments and investors. It will attract the economic activity will be moving left, right, center. But some people, they don't look at that. All of Patagona, Lagos, you go to village, I start showing. I was watching our Igbo brothers running all sort of spray money, yeah, spray money. Yes, yeah, that's it, spray money. I say these guys are limited in their thinking. They are limited in their thinking. You are there, Nollywood is going astray. None of you is pushing for anything that will bring the people together, that will preserve your language and culture. None of you are doing anything. It's to just show off. Who are you showing off for? We don't send you. We, the younger generation, we don't send you. You are just puppets. You are just puppets to the government. Some of you have connections with the government. Some of you, it is the government that has raised you. That is why you don't have anything to offer. It is the government that raised you. Most of you know how you are boys to some of these Southwest politicians. You are boys. They are the ones that bring you up. We are looking for young, vibrant men, intelligent, creative, and those that have the economic power. Invest in the Southeast. Very soon, Lagos will not be a place for anybody, anyhow. Body. The indigenous are going to take over all the economic activities. If you have not heard it before, hear it. Most markets are going to be earmarked for relocation, and when they are relocating, they relocate their people. The opportunity you think you have created, a certain people will come and take it away from you. If you don't want to get sense, you go get sense then. The opportunity you think you have created, a certain people will come and take it away from you. Now that the warning is coming, I had this dream. I don't want to do this broadcast about Igbos, you should leave, because I've been saying it over and over again that go and develop the Southeast. I've been saying it. Most things you can do now is technological based. You don't have to be physical most of the times. You have agriculture. You have arable land for agriculture. Agriculture is the basis for every economy. The price of food is what is sustaining people, and it results to other things. You have oil, you have gas. Why not look at a roadmap? Those elders, Igbo elders, what has been your job all this while? How are we in this place? We the young people, we are asking questions. How come we are in this place at this point in time? Look at Lagos. You have not seen what's going on in Lagos. You have not seen. People are just there. You have not seen. I travel to the Southeast, I've been to Lagos. I know that the Southeast has equal proportion. The possibility of it developing like Lagos, I know it of a sure. We have not gotten our acts right. We have not come together. Now that there's an opportunity, the Middle Belt is taking an opportunity to reposition itself politically. They are using the opportunity of this shadow of restructuring under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What are they going to do? They are folding hands. You are trying to... I used to get pissed off when I see any of these billionaires spray money in public. I used to get pissed off. I used to get mad. I don't want to ever even see such at all. Don't come and show off. It does not add anything to the Southeast. My brother, it does not add anything to the Southeast. Some people will go and build hotels, say hotel is investment. Hotel is investment, yes. Imo State already is full of hotels. But let me tell you one thing. If you're a person, you leave the village, you want to go and start life, and you have opportunity to go to Lagos and Ori. Now, how much will the hotel pay you? The hotel's investment you're having, how much will you? The highest job you get in Ori is hotel. For example, somebody else come to Ori and wants to start his life, come to Lagos. There are some jobs you get 100,000, not hotel. Because of the investment that people, creativity. Because of, we have MTN, we have Glo, we have banks, we have startups, we have this, we have so many things are there. That the whole actor is built an hotel saying, yes, he built something. And when you are talking to these guys, they will be so... I feel like costing some people this money. See, if you're an Igbo man, and you are thinking about the culture and heritage and the future of your children and unborn children, please, whatever you can do, go home and invest. Think home. Let your mindset be settled at home. If you don't have any ideas now, if your mind is settled at home between the next 2-3 years, because very soon now you'll be getting it hot in places that you have visitors, you'll be getting it hot. If your mind is settled at home, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will bring inspiration into your skull, your faculty. Inspiration will come and it will open your eyes to things that you can do. Yes, there are many things you can do, my brother. You're an Igbo man now. You are the best of the black man, the most intelligent in Africa. You know what? You know how to find your way in any situation. Just the only issue is that greed and ojukokoro. Maybe they are two, not the same thing. Greed, ojukokoro, not the same thing. That's the only thing that's your issue. and you have a lot of pride. You have a lot of pride. The pride you are having, you're not using it to your advantage. You're using it for your downfall. Let's come together and make sure that Aligbo is a great place again. If I can kneel down and beg you, the Southwest is ahead of the Southeast. The South is also ahead. Forget we have potential, we have big men. All those big men could not save the Nollywood industry. All those big men could not bring ports. All those big men could not do a railway. All those mouths did not bring anything. There's no single book on the historical, on Igbo history. Where are the literatures that we learn Igbo language? Your young people cannot speak Igbo language because there's no avenue. Everybody's speaking English. Imagine. In our schools, the number of people that are studying Igbo are reducing. What is happening? What is happening? Let us open our eyes. This Monday morning, let's know how. Think of how we can make the Southeast great again.